mere onudewa Omene mere ọkpakụ lọ́wọ́ bùnà kpakọla jibi ọbẹkụ ọdọọnù kẹrẹ ní gbígbé suai obùnà ekele wọrị na emububu sasasa ọhịa woro na ọkpakọwara ụkpamina bụla mle kọyi kwotoro ọhụrụ abalị yabalị gọnụ kanyị na ọkpakọwara ịkpami ogwule ejiri shoo ikwuo botoro aigwo na udofa ọka ọkịkwuo ikwuo ọkpakọwara imu yogbu magbara tafe arima agbara ikwu ni tebi na yo nwe tinena ajibere revu nwe yo oru ọkpakọwara magbara ikwu ni tebi na yo tafe bere jo ka no place le awena ki kokko ita jo furi ori ekwu na pa me ejiri show mi ara la je gbajiri show imusasa ko ya ebe boro boye orí ọ̀fẹ́ bá lè bí ṣèbí yọ ọ̀nà bá assist ne ukpana na aba abụgwa dị ma abalị oro begono na amagwawa oke oke kpakpọrọ ya orogwuwe na arịrị oye itimọbụ na abịa ma arị yọrị arị ode ka ikwu lovu emuyota fejebi amụjebi mvu nwe so na mi abalị abalị ovu abalị tene abalị vai bielo oles amori ọdasendele abe dia kolu kugbe kori yonu kabale mo men no bone ne biko de bulu no blale ne woro mo abaye sa palo abaye bilu kugbe
Mosogar wado Omene wado kubo pakwa abaye tana me gono wo yibota akpo eje nyo see seated here. Let me make proper introduction. Is Onudewa traditionally is next to the king of the Omene's children. Next to him is naval officer Alex Omene, Nikoloncha Omene. Though he's senior to him in age, but traditionally, he is senior in affairs of Omene. Next to Alex is Chief Ighoyota Amori. Omene is the most senior of Jede Popo of your menace there. Then after Ighoyota, you see Ambrose Omene. After Ambrose Omene, the next person is the senior son, the eldest child of our demised king, Darwin Omene. Then on my left is Abarika Omene. Now, the elders have not been happy over what is happening in Mosogar. We are all aware that when the king was still alive, reigning, he never had the support of Chief Ighoyota Amori. Was always sending his talks after him to invade the palace. There was never a good terms with him. The king tried everything possible to make sure Mosogar was united. And you can attest this by randomly asking the people of Mosogar, how was the king's reign? They will tell you it was a peaceful one. And they will also tell you that it was Chief Ighoyota Amori who never allowed him to rest. The Omene family said, called him to advise him. You know that God has preserved your life. Be careful. Come back to Akpobome and be in your house. Let people come. Because all this incessant harassment by youth of every decision you collectively take with the chiefs is not, we are not comfortable. He came. Upon his demise, Chief Amori, by tradition, was the first person I called to notify. After calling him, I called the most senior Omene to notify him, who is in Lagos. The next call I made was to him, the oldest Omene in Mosogar. Called him, notified them. Then, before anything was done, the customary declaration of Mosogar states that upon the demise of the king, we should immediately, the first son or the close brother of the king, should immediately notify the auditor. Because I notified him that very day, being the first person. The next thing he did, instead of sympathizing on money, he ordered that the old palace don't be occupied yet. New one, they should send bulldozers, graders, and artisans to go and clear the place for activities. Which activities? Well, we don't have a new king yet. He started painting the old town hall, the town hall. So we were outraged. How can you start doing a thing like this? He gave quick notice to whoever that was around there, and there was he called a meeting of the chiefs. And in that meeting of the chiefs, he started giving the instruction without consulting with anybody that if you pay each ruling house, you pay 250,000, and that all the actions taken by the king, including himself collectively and all the chiefs of Mosogar, all the actions should be cancelled. And he was setting up a committee that will make sure that no action of the king still persists in the kingdom, even when the king has not been buried. To this. So within a short time, including the one who attempted the king's life, that was also sanctioned by the king. And the land matter, people who claim that community land belongs to them, they say it should be reversed. So as we speak to you, all those decisions collectively taken by the OVA in council and the chiefs, even the head of Ogwedio, he has reversed them. We see all these things as an act of disrespect to our late father, grandfather, and brother, His Royal Majesty, Chief Samson Okiribo Omene. It's not done yet. This is the customary declaration of Mosogar. And in the customary declaration, it is stated that upon the demise of the king, the eldest son or the close relation of the king should immediately notify the auditor, which we did. Like I said, I notify him verbally by call on the same day. But he said in writing. When I say writing, I consulted with the family and even the children. They said, okay, I should notify him. I sent him official letter on the 19th of last month. He now said, because he has something up his sleeve that he wants to do. He said, no, I can't send him. That is the senior son. We also agreed. The senior son, accompanied by two other chiefs from the family, accompanied the children to go and give him a letter. What did he do after receiving the letter? No action. He now called the chiefs. The chiefs. When he called the chiefs, instead of telling them, this is the letter from the children of the late king, and reading the letter out to the chiefs and informing them as directed by the customary declaration. He said the children came and told him that the king traveled far, that they don't know when he will come. So that's not what the children said. We know what the customary declaration demands. Why is using a delay tactics. And even again, he said, okay, the OVA council set up by the king during his time, he will jettison that one. And he will inaugurate another one. There is no provision in the customary declaration where he has the authority to set up OVA in council. If you are to set up such committee, it can only at best be called Authority in council and not OVA in council. It was advised by Dr. Omene that let us use the OVA in council, the member of such council, by the king. If there's anybody that is late among those in that list, we replace him. He said no, he insisted. You see, the thing that is paining the family so much is that we know he has had that hatred, but what is paining us so much is that the king is the king of the whole kingdom. And during his time, we're not giving him rest. We're not cooperating. And you're supposed to be authoritative. You will not, because he's a politician, he will leave Mosogar on Saturday. He will come Friday night, wake up Saturday, he goes out. Before they will see him again the next Friday, he will hold his meeting with his people to counter whatever decision that the king, the chiefs had. So now, if that is gone, the man is late now, has joined his ancestors. So why can't you give him some respect as the former king of this kingdom? We should be able to give him some respect. Rather, all his legacies, everything he did, you are wiping it. When the man has not even been buried. If you want to make such changes, no problem. Why don't you wait until he's buried before you do it? And what is even annoying the family, his refusal to announce the demise of the late king. I want we, the family of Omene, want to mournfully announce to the general public the demise of the late King of Mosogar, His Royal Highness Oduri I, Chief Samson Okiribo Omene. We don't know why Chief Amori will want to do this to the late king, even at death. Today, as we speak to you, he has made arrangements whereby 8 of his lieutenants are going to be given chieftaincy affairs. That's why the eldest son of Omene here saying, after consultation with the family, that we don't want to have anything to do with Mosogar. We, the people of Akpobome, the territory that Akpobome covers, we don't have anything to do with the people of Mosogar, as long as Amori is in charge. If for any reason they still want our cooperation there, then all these actions taken by Amori to make sure that the late king is not accorded the respect that is due him as a king, all the actions, that is, including those actions collectively taken by the king and all the chiefs that he has counseled, should be restored, should remain. And after the burial of the king, if he wants to carry Mosogar to the moon, if he wants to carry it underground, anything, he can do that. The powers his will is trying to wield, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Because, for example, after the burial of His Majesty, the late Majesty, he becomes an ordinary chief because he was Otuta to the late king. But information reaching us from Grapevine is that he wants to replace the king as the king of Mosogar. The Akpobome community will live his own life alone. And anybody hoping or doing something on Akpobome's land must not have anything to do with the entire Mosogar. Thank you very much.